Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Golden Flashes will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that.
Oh, he's got some space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, teams are always trying to find a way to establish momentum early. I don't know if you could do it better than that, though, David. Opening play of the game, you hand it off, he takes it the distance to score a touchdown.
And who says you have to pass the football to create big plays on the ground? Simple play, execution great. Talk about setting the tone for a football game. Consider the message delivered for this offense.
Ohio State 7, Kent State 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Kent State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Palmer.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very active.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they turn it into a defensive score.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Golden Flashes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here comes the Heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Golden Flashes line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Under fire. QB got it himself. There he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. this time for the Kent State offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
And the Golden Flashes need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Looking to the big tight end. The defense is wide open. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Golden Flashes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the pressure. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Trying play action. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Golden Flashes need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Pocket breaking down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Here's the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Looking to fire. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They've been gashed by the proverbial buzzsaw. Now to try to find a way to fight back into this game.
Man, find your matchups you want. You got a slot matched up on a DB. I can take advantage of this. He's so quick. Those are where you put your faster twitch guys that can win inside right now, give it to him, and win outside right now, give it to him. Find those matchups.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, you saw this guy in all the highlights after that 4-sack performance his last time out, and he's not resting on his laurels. He's hungry for more. Registers his first sack of the game.
Oh, they're after him. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Golden Flashes will punt this one away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Takes it on the return. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. A shot toward the end zone. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Just going to keep it after the snap. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. He'll keep it himself. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Back to pass, it's St. Clair. He breaks a tackle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And that's such a difficult thing to ask your quarterback, to run the RPO, stick it in the belly of the running back, turn, throw it really, really quickly. And you can tell maybe rushed it a little bit too much, and that was the reason there was an inaccurate throw.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Looking for the goal line, and he's gonna score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find him, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Vanderbilt is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 21 to NC State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Back to pass, it's Falk. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Reading the option, it's St. Clair. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Golden Flashes in a good spot here with second and short. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
The Golden Flashes will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Makes the catch near the 50, and the returner is stopped. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They're dealing with a second and long.
Here we go.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On the flag.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He came so close to pinning them deep, but maybe just a little too greedy. Tried to get it too close, and it'll come out to the 20. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Scanning the field, it's Falk. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Behind the chains now on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Pressure coming. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Golden Flashes will punt it away on fourth down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Makes a man miss. Turning it on. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Smith. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him.
A shot toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. So now it's second and long. On the move. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Ohio State 42, Kent State 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Back to throw, it's Falk. Lost one deep down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup.
And a sack all the way back at the 5. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Golden Flashes decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Motion from the wideout. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29. They'll immediately call timeout.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
They'll go up top on second and short. Throws to the tight end. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw at St. Clair. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Handoff to the single running back. Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Throws toward the end zone. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Kent. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem. I don't think this defense has the solution. And just like that, let's send it back to the fellas at Dick's Stadium.
Thanks for that. Time report, Kevin. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee and then... Will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They keep it on the ground to open the third. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Dropping back, it's Tomlinson. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the golden flashes send out the punt unit. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And they'll down this ball just a little shy of the 50. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose. yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give from the gun. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And the Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Buckeyes have taken it inside the 20. They'll run play action. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Golden Flashes will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
To the air, it's Sayin. This time it's complete. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Catch in the middle, it's Irvin. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. The snap sets up to throw. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Ohio State 51, Kent State 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success. And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make...
He lofts one down the sideline. Snatches it on the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Touchdown, Golden Flashes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast. You can tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. He's going to throw deep right side. And he makes the catch inside the 25.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal for this offense. Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to pass, it's Tomlinson. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. How in the world did the offense retain possession? Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. And the Golden Flashes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the 45. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did, Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Flips it out on the screen. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking for a man. It's Tomlinson. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Golden Flashes line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Going right to work up top. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the 4th quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. They boot it away. He gets a block. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. To the air, it's Sayin. The sure hands, it's Irvin. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's...
Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. That leads a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Appalachian State is ahead in this one, and we've seen this program pull off some incredible wins over the years, but they're not there yet. They're up by 7 over Charlotte. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Leaves it with the back. And he's stopping behind the line of scrimmage, tried to break out the spin move and still couldn't get loose.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Davenport. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. And the Golden Flashes come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll do it himself. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Tomlinson. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Hunt is on its way. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense.
Intercepted deep in his own end. And he's going to go down as time has run out. Well, these guys have gotten off to a great start, getting out of the gate 3-0. Jesse, do we have a contender on our hand?
I know it's early, Reese, but this looks like a team right now that could be in that college football playoff discussion come year's end. They've got the playmakers. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. They've overcome some tests early, David. I know it's a long season, but they at least look like they're for real.
They definitely look the part. They look like they're for real, but you know what happens throughout a season. You lose momentum, and injury happens, so they're definitely one of those teams we're going to continue to talk about, but it's still early. It's week 3.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.